Hello, sunshines. I missed you. This is the Tube. I'm me, and well, that's it. Here's our lineup. 2 years in prison for web trolls in the UK. Apple kills SIM cards. First Lady of US parodies voting campaign. eTree, solar energy tree that will energize you, your dog, and your phone. Will.I.Am, he's doing tech fashion now, the social watch, and more. Let's do it. The issue of online trolling is never too far away from public debate, but the UK government is gearing up to tackle the problem head-on by increasing the maximum sentence for those convicted of online abuse. Justice Secretary Chris Grayling has vowed to promote new legislation essentially threatening internet trolls who spread venom on social media with up to 2 years of jail time. These internet trolls are cowards who are poisoning our national life, said Justice Secretary Chris Grayling. No one would permit such venom in person, so there should be no place for it on social media. That is why we are determined to quadruple the current 6-month sentence. It is yet unclear for which degree of online verbal abuse this punishment is intended, but just be nice on the web to be on the safe side, okay? How hard can that be? Last week, Apple unveiled their latest generation of tablets to the world. While the iPads were somewhat underwhelming and didn't seem to have a lot of new going on for them, there have been a few subtle yet important technologies that came along with them that have gained special attention. One in particular called the Apple SIM. It's a new SIM card setting a whole new precedent that allows it to be reprogrammable. You can reprogram it, meaning you can set up the Apple SIM to run on multiple carrier networks. With the Apple SIM, when you land at a new country, instead of relying on your one phone company for service, you can choose whoever you want. That was the last cash cow for a lot of mobile companies, and Apple is going to end that. We like that, Apple. Good one. Now, just last week, we had a special show about the coolest wearable technology out there. We knew that Will.I.Am from Black Eyed Peas is working on his own line of cool wearables, but we didn't know he'd miss our show so narrowly. Poor Will. So here it is. It's called Pulse, and it looks, well, very, very cool. Will.I.Am has worn it in public for some time now, but now it's officially launched. Pulse has a curved screen, and the battery is strapped around the back of it. It comes with 1 GB of RAM and 16 GB of memory, as well as a SIM card and a Bluetooth. But what makes Pulse extra different is that it's a standalone connected device. You can make phone calls and emails, text messages, or stream music without having a phone nearby. Look and listen.
There are leaders and there are followers. And followers follow leaders. And leaders are followers too. But they don't follow the crowd. They follow their gut. They follow their instinct. They dance to the beat of their own drum. They have the pulse because they follow their dream. They go against all odds. They're the oddballs, the bizarre, the weirdos, the freaks, the dreamers, the unique. They're hip-hop, they're punk rock, they're geek, they're chic. They are artistes, the black sheep. And a lot of people think they are outcasts, cast from society. But the reality is, they are an army of strange, imaginative, wild, and complex, beautiful people. And they are leaders. They are cultural tastemakers. They're trailblazers. These are the people that set the stage.
The trees can make their own energy, but what if trees could produce energy for, well, cell phones? This is the idea behind a project by Soul Logic and Solar Giving, who are looking for new and innovative ways to implement solar energy in our daily lives. It's called the eTrees, and it looks kind of like a tree, but with solar power. Soul Logic are hoping those trees can blend in the urban landscape better and produce energy 24/7, so us people can get Wi-Fi or dock to charge our phone with some clean energy while we recharge ourselves. The eTree also includes a cold water fountain, a water ball for dogs, and even a screen through which one could communicate with other people under eTrees in other cities. Check the promo. Impressive. The first eTree in the world will be launched this Wednesday in the town of Zichron Yaakov. And with us today in the studio is PR Office Claude Brightman to talk some green urban tech. Good evening.
Good evening, Jason. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Such a pleasure.
So how did you come up with this amazing idea?
Well, actually, it's not my idea. You know, although I'm an architect, I could have done it, but I never did. I'm not so talented as Mike Lassery and Bernard Bitton and also Yoav Ben-Dov that put together their imaginations, their dream, their love for dialogue, and to create a special place where you can meet, hug, look at things, drink, have some light in the night, and also connect with people all over the world and say, hello, I'm here, what about you? So it's a kind of icon for new urban cities that are really inviting people to have a better quality of life.
Israel is a super sunny country, so a typical day would provide enough energy for, I don't know, for phones to be charged all day long?
Of course, and that's the main thing, but that's not only that. It's shade. It has all the technologies of the Israeli companies, very advanced solar energies, producing by condensation water and cold water, going through a very special a kind of a small engine, totally independent, because there is no electricity there. Everything is produced by the tree itself, but that will provide cold water. So we need that in our kind of very warm countries, but it could be the opposite. If it's in Norwegia, for instance, we could warm up the water and have a little warm water on the way when you want to walk your dog somewhere or to meet the love of your life under the tree.
Oh, wow. Love of my life. Where are you? Ultimately, what is the goal of the project, and was it hard to convince the authorities to give it the green light?
The truth of the matter, you know, it needs some mad people behind every kind of project in the world to make it work. And this was a dream to really realize, based on a very iconic, simple, biblical image, a tree. What could be more inviting, you know, between Eve and Adam and others that have met under the trees? And the idea was to combine the curiosity, the innovation, the creativity of the French and the French people and the high technologies of Israelis. And the combination of the two, through these people, made it happen. And actually, quite a natural spot was the Rothschild Park in Zichron Yaakov, because you see it has the French roots, the French history, and it has a lot of decision-making about ecology. Lots of herbs are growing there. Lots of different processes of new energies are described there. And it was very important to have the right landscape around and to have this tree combined and blending in a natural landscape.
Let's talk about the maintenance of such a system. What does it need to keep going?
It needs nothing, because all the materials are waterproof and about cannibal proof or whatever, and in terms of security, everything has been measured in such a way that even very, how shall I put it, Israeli children could eventually climb and nothing would happen. But it has benches all around, so that keeps a little distance, and it has a screen, and it has some plug-in for, as you said, Wi-Fi or other telephones, cellulars or whatever. And the whole thing actually is totally independent, because it produces the energy by itself through the solar cells, which are on the solar energy panels that are actually the large leaves of the tree. And then inside the pipes, you get the energy that through a lithium battery produces the whole independence of the tree, and you don't need a thing.
Wow, well, how much does it cost to make such a tree? And people from around the world are maybe imagining, when will it come to their town? Is there a plan to bring it globally?
I believe it will create a network of eTrees all over the world, where people need, you know, let's meet under the eTree. Why not? Do you have some time? And it will be an urban icon, and it costs around 70 to 100,000 euros, which is compared to a budget of any municipality in the world.
It's doable.
It's very doable. It's very affordable. It is, first of all, it's spectacular, because at night it's totally lit, and then also it's very aesthetic because it's beautiful.
It looks absolutely perfect.
It's an art piece,
yes. Everybody around the world will be able to rest and fall in love under the tree. I want to also thank Michael Lassery. Absolutely, he's the innovator.
He's the initiator of the dream.
And thank you very much for coming and talking with us this evening.
It was such a pleasure, Jason. Come to the tree.
I will.
Thank you.
Economy magazine Forbes has declared Houses founders Adi Tatarko and Alon Cohen to be the high-tech world's newest power couple. The married Tatarko and Cohen are both Israeli-born entrepreneurs who relocated to California. After a recent investment of $165 million, House was left with a $2 billion valuation. Yes, that is a huge. House.com, for those who never heard of it, is a platform for home remodeling and design. Founded in 2009, the company declares that it provides people with everything they need to improve their homes from start to finish. Check their vision out.
I think House is providing a level of transparency for our industry.
It makes the whole process so much cleaner.
House has expanded my business considerably in all parts of the country.
Finding that match up with a client that's going to want to work with us and we're going to want to work with them is everything for us.
When they come to us, it feels like they're pre-qualified because they've looked at our in-depth profile. They feel like they've known us for a while because it's a personal connection.
When I first meet with a client, it's usually because they found me on House and they like my work, and then I'll go to the house and have a meeting and I ask them to put an idea book together.
All of the different options in one place. So it's a one-stop shop for us. It's a one-stop shop for the client.
And then I would say, what are you thinking about your kitchen?
People with money. Okay, now Tatarko and Cohen are worth tons of money, and me, well, I'm worth a lot by people that love me, or something like that. What will we remember the Obama presidency for? Chances are that our memory will file his wife as the first lady under social media, since no other president has ruled the internet with such ease and savvy. Just last week, we talked about the new viral Rock the Vote campaign, meant to lead young Democrats to the voting booth this November 4th. It took Lil Jon's hit Turn Down for What and changed it into Turn Up for What, counting the reasons to turn up for voting. Let's hear it out for a bit.
I'm EJ and I'm turning out for marriage equality.
My name is Lil Lena and I'm turning out for reproductive rights.
Michelle Obama wasn't left indifferent to the effort. The First Lady went on Vine and contributed her own version to the Lil Jon hit while holding a turnip. Hold on tight, here she goes.
Turn up for what?
Turnip for What, Michelle Obama's new hit, is part of her effort to promote healthy family dining. So we should watch it again.
Turn up for what?
Amaze. Well, is there anything Lil Jon's tracks cannot promote? I think not. No. Now, maybe this will start a new Kickstarter phase. Fans have donated $58,000 to fund rappers LP and Killer Mike's Run the Jewels 2 Cat Remix album named Meow The Jewels. After the two MCs suggested re-recording their album using solely cat sounds, a Kickstarter campaign was launched and soared above its target. Now get ready to meow.
Meow The Jewels.
I got some of your money.
LP, Prince Paul, Just Blank, Danny Automir, The Alchemist, Zola Jesus, Nick Hook and Bar, Jeff Barrett, Gas Lab Killer, Skywalker, and more. Meow The Jewels.
You just can't keep your mind off the fancies.
With vocals from Killer Mike.
But you're afraid to give me the satisfaction, aren't you?
Meow The Jewels, in which Run the Jewels will re-record the album using nothing but cat sounds. Congrats to Run the Jewels. Meow The Jewels is really happening, thanks to all the fans worldwide.
And that's it. This show is over. Thanks for watching. Log on to our Twitter and our Tumblr. It's TheTube24. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here the whole week. And always remember, the fact that jellyfish have survived for 650 million years despite not having brains is great news for stupid people. Goodbye.